4, 3, 2, 1. Malcolm, thank you for being here, brother.
Appreciate it. It was good, my player.
I'm good. Thank you to the listener for joining us on this journey.
Yes.
Off rip, Guala wanted to start the show this way, so I'm going to let him have it. I'm going to give up some of my executive powers. Shout out to my mans, Tyler Giagenta.
Yes, G7 Productions. Shout out to him. Shout out to Tyler G. Thank you. This is beautiful. This is a work of art right here, Tyler.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He made us a very, very dope logo.
Yes,
he took what I did, which was dope as fuck. The previous logo was made solely by me. What's that?
Your cloud, don't you?
I do want my cloud. Come on. I mean, now my work has disappeared, so
yeah,
I'm gonna get. I laid the groundwork to this.
Yes, you did.
But it's not about me. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler's been very helpful. You know what I mean? Very motivational. Just telling us. He's one of the first persons when we released the first episode to say, "Hey, man, you guys are doing something good here. Keep going.
Yes.
If you guys need any help, hit us up." Did this shit for free. It's not easy to do.
Mm-hmm. So especially when you have a business.
Much respect to you, Tyler.
Thank you.
And on that note, Tyler has hats being sold on his website. We could put a link to the website on this thing. If you guys are interested, go cop one of those hats. They're dope. He's a dope guy, cool guy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I remember we went to college with Tyler, actually. And I think it was freshman year. Had to be freshman year. Because we were still living in North. That's a dorm where I lived in. You lived in North too, right?
Yeah, I lived in North. Yeah.
And I'm just in a room. And Tyler lived with Ant. So I'm literally just in a room chilling, bro. And Tyler, Tony, and someone else comes in this room like, hey, we have a concert to go to. Let's go to a concert. And I'm sitting there. First of all, I can't remember what was going on, but Ant wasn't there. He might have went back to Long Island or something. I'm the only black dude in the room. And these white guys are talking about going to a concert. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me try it out.
Yeah.
Let me go to this concert. So we ended up going to a concert. It was O-Fest. It was in Oneonta. Good vibes, bro. Good vibes. The drive there was fucking super entertaining as fuck.
That's valid.
Got to the hotel. There was one girl with us, but I don't want to call her name. She might have a boyfriend right now. It'd probably be awkward.
I don't know.
Nah, it was cool vibes though. But that's when I was introduced to White Boy Fun.
How was that?
It was a little bit uncomfortable. We walked into we got to a hotel room. First of all, we stayed in some fucking beat down little motel shit, bro. It was scary.
It was?
It was scary. I've never, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably was rats in that motherfucker, but it was cheap. We probably paid like $20, $30 for the entire night.
Oh, yeah.
2 beds in that motherfucker. It's like, all right, let's do it. Get there, go to the bathroom, I come out. These motherfuckers is crushing Adderalls, got dollars rolled up and shit. Not Tyler. Tyler didn't drive there with us. The other 3 white boys that I drove there with, they was wilding. Tyler came and met us that night, and we had a great fucking night. Great night. I think we seen Wiz, not Wiz. Is Wiz Kid?
Wiz the Kid?
Wiz the Kid. Is that a rapper?
Wiz the Kid?
I forgot. It was one of those. He's like.
Was he a dancer?
No, he's a rapper. It's not Wiz the Kid. Wiz the Kid is a rapper from New York City, right? It was
the dancer.
Kid something.
Kid Rock?
Kid Ink.
Oh,
it was Kid Ink. And I just remember at the end of the night, I'm at this stage, bro.
Oh, wow.
First of all, I get blackout drunk. We drank and I smoked a little bit, and that shit sent me over the fucking edge. All I can remember from that night is being at the stage after the concert is over, saying, hey, yo, where the fuck is Kid Ink? Tell that nigga I want to talk to him.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. That's how drunk I was, bro.
What were you going to say to Kid Ink?
Nigga, I do not know how I ended up there. I just knew I wanted to talk to Kid Ink.
I was trying to get oi.
Nah.
If y'all know my son Nick got bars.
Yeah, that's when I was trying to rap back in the day. Yeah. I do have bars, nigga. Stop playing with me.
Just one bar, that's it.
Just one bar. That's the type of rap I am.
He can give you 16, but that's good. If you need a bar, like if you rapping struggling with bars, hit Nick up. He got you.
If you need one hot bar, ask anybody that know me. Fuego.
Yes.
Fuego. You think I could come up with something right now?
Yeah, Kid Ink.
Kid Ink?
Yeah, that's the word, Kid Ink.
I said, you niggas is talking about Kid Ink? I don't play no jokes. I ain't kidding.
Uh-huh. Give me
Siamese twins. These Glocks splitting.
Give me something with the name Ortiz.
right, don't try to play me, brother. I already.
They need that.
I said. Nah, I can't. I can see that, yo, and that's the issue. I could never come up with something on the spot. If you put me on the spot, all my creativity goes away, right? I think we spoke about this before, but when we used to go to, me and Malcolm used to go to one of his friends' house who was a producer. He used to make beats and everything. And Gualo is my man. He always pushed me like, yo, Nick, you should really try to be a rapper.
Shout out to my guy, Mike G.
Shout out to Mike, yeah. Mike was cool. Mike had some good beats too.
Yeah.
But I would get there and I would just freeze up. We would be there for an hour and Mike would just be playing beats. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that was hard. That was hard.
Yes, man, to everything.
You try to go now?
Dead ass, bro.
I want to go eat these wings that we just caught.
Then we did caught wings that day.
Yeah, we always got some food.
Yeah,
Long Island is good eats.
It is very good eats. Now out here, good eats. And we talk about eats now. We gotta talk about eats. Shout out to my man Kadiki.
Shout out to Kadiki.
Kadiki, shout out to you, bro. Yo, that Peppers. I don't know where it's at in Brooklyn, but Peppers. Fire.
Best rasa pasta you'll ever taste.
Best anything, bro. The what was that cake thing we little had? Festival.
I thought it was fried dumpling. You ever had fried dumplings before?
Yeah.
Fried dumpling is good.
It is good.
Apparently it's fried dumpling with sugar and cinnamon and
cornmeal, I think.
Cornmeal.
But
that shit was good.
Yo, so we had rasa pasta, jerk chicken with jerk chicken seasoned and barbecue sauce. The festival, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
The festival. We had anything else with it? Nah, that was it. But
rasa pasta, jerk chicken, festival, and that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yo,
I think you tried the stew chicken.
Yeah, stew chicken was valid too. Oh my God.
I wasn't gonna try the stew chicken. I'm Trinidadian. We're known for stew chicken. I don't want no Jamaican stew chicken. Get that shit the fuck out of my face.
Nah, I feel you. But look, son, Peppers. If you out here in Brooklyn, definitely hit up Peppers. Fire.
Bro. And we ate at a spot a couple. Honestly, this is our third week in a row having rasa pasta, right?
Yes.
And the first time we had it from a bar called Essence Bar, and it was good. It was good rasa pasta. We was feeding.
Yes.
That pepper shit took it to a different level, brother. Bro.
I'm dropping. It's probably a lot cheaper too than Essence.
Yeah.
Get the jerk chicken with the rasa pasta and the festival.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, son. Right. I don't even want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. But
wait, you want to do it today?
Yo, bro,
brother, listen, brother. If you're with it, I am with it.
Bro, let me tell you something. This is really how it be with me and Nick too. It's really like, bro, if you with it, I'm with it. So
and then we be looking at each other like, bro, you two, are we with it or not? That's literally everything.
That's a fact.
And then we always come to the decision that whatever is the worst we always
yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, like I said, bro, that shit don't be bothering me.
It's weird because we try to hold each other accountable, but we both know that we want it, but we both know we should be saying no, and then we like, yo, bro, fuck it, bro, whatever it is.
But it's really good eats though. That's the thing.
Great eats.
Like when you have good eats like that, and you come by it once in a lifetime, you have to dibble dabbling in it.
You
might have to 2 days in a row. Like I'm gonna tell you not, because look, if we would have dropped the episode yesterday. And God forbid we would have had that, right? We would have had Peppers. When I come back out here next week, I might be like, yo, let's go get Peppers.
Let's get Peppers. Right.
So
I see what you're saying. And we almost missed out on that food.
Exactly.
Because we were supposed to leave. We went to help my Kadiki. He's moving into a new house. He got his own little spot downstairs.
Yeah, shout out.
Nice.
Big boy moves.
Nice setup. And we went to help him paint. And you had to go back home to be with your shorty, right?
Yeah.
Shorty said time to come home.
It wasn't even like
Shorty said time to come home.
Nope.
So Malcolm had to go.
No, it's a more respectful thing. We supposed to have a podcast early.
Yeah.
In and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got fucked up. We came here. If y'all don't, so our thing is try to get the episode out on Sundays, record on Saturdays, get it out on Sundays. We come to the fucking studio yesterday. No one's here.
Yeah.
No one's here. I was just talking to Preach about it. He was like, he didn't know he had any appointments. Apparently, we were the only appointment. And when they don't get appointments, they just don't come, which makes a lot of sense because they're a service business, right? If you're a catering company and no one's catering today, why come to work?
Yep.
And so, yeah, that was a good move yesterday. Driving back, we drove through some weird neighborhood. It was in Bushwick. But, and this is something I observed a couple weeks ago. Right, ever since they started opening things back up, old people do not give a fuck about COVID.
What you mean?
Bruh, if you drive by any bar, any establishment where they allow people to congregate in small groups, they're all old people. No mask on, in each other's face, laughing their fucking asses off. Mind you, why did we shut the country down? Because we thought old people were more susceptible to COVID than anybody else. So it's like, okay, I don't want to kill my grandmother. I don't want to kill my granddad.
Yeah.
So let's all stay quarantined for the sake of the old people. The old people don't give a fuck about themselves, bruh.
Bro, because no one lived life like this.
What you mean?
And it gets boring after a while.
It's boring, but no. It should be illegal for old people to go out and congregate. Listen, people done lost money on the stock market trying to protect y'all niggas. Niggas done gave up. Niggas done lost jobs trying to protect y'all niggas.
That's a fact.
Niggas adjusted their whole life for 4 months to protect y'all niggas. For y'all motherfuckers to come out here just dibbling and dabbling in COVID. Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas need to have more respect than that. Am I wrong to say that?
Nah, why you wilding on them though? They ain't do nothing to you.
Bro, because I was appalled. I'm like, are y'all serious right now?
But they did nothing to you for you to be wilding on them.
Nah, but you know what it is, bro? Older people don't really mind dying like that. That's the thing I've realized.
You work with old people, so yeah.
Yeah, I work with old people, and one thing I always ask older people, it's not that I ask them, I say like, you know, because for a long time, I've been scared to die. I think all of us have that similarity where death is the unknown and it means the end of your being. So it's kind of scary and, you know what I'm saying? And I ask a lot of these older people, a lot of them have the take where I've lived my life. It's okay if I die. And some of them even go as far, like if they're suffering, stuff like that, they want to die. Death can't come fast enough for them. You know?
Mm-hmm. So they ready?
They're ready. They're more than ready.
Do they say stuff?
Yeah, they'll be like, can you fucking kill me? I can't wait to die. Yeah, they say stuff like that.
There's no point.
And it's just like, it's kind of, depressing is probably not the word. It's scary. It's scary to hear someone talk about life that way. Because number one, I look at life as the most precious thing. Yeah. And I think we had the discussion before where life is only precious if it is precious. If you're in a situation where life is all good and dandy and life is enjoyable. Yeah. Some people are in a situation where life is shit. Right? And some people are in those situations in their mind only. Mm-hmm. Depression. A lot of people suffer with that. Mm-hmm. But speaking of COVID, I think COVID, it like tripled the amount of suicides and
easily
people dealt with.
Easily. Yeah. But the old people, like, does that make your eye open up? You know, does it make your eye open up?
Yeah.
In life?
Mm-hmm. It gives me a better appreciation for the, just not opportunities, but just the hold on life that I have. That I'm happy with living. I'm happy with things that I could achieve. I'm happy with just, you know, like I'm happy. I'm happy in life, period. Yeah. And I understand that may not always be the case. And I don't think that's something I've ever explored prior to being in that situation. Yeah. I always thought you're going to be happy in life and you're going to die one day, and death sucks because you're going to die while being so fucking happy. Mm-hmm. But if you really live this motherfucker out, bro, you might be ready to go. Yeah. I think I heard, did you ever watch the Joe Rogan, Lil Duval episode? No. He was talking about that. He was like, his grandmother passed out in the garage, almost fucking died, and was pissed off that she survived.
Lil Duval
grandmother. She said she was mad.
Oh, she was mad?
She was mad that she was like, I'm ready to go. All my family members dead. My brothers, my sisters, all my friends are dead. Yeah. I'm here alone. I have nobody to talk to. But I'm fucking living. For what? Yeah. For what?
And that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking like, that's probably why they ready to go. Like, what am I here for? Yeah. I live. There's no bright future of, okay, I could do this. I could take over this. I could try and achieve this. Mm-hmm. So there's no point.
There's no point. And I think, let's look at death from this standpoint. As I said, most people are scared of death. Most people are. It's like, oh my God, it's the end of something. And it seems like it's ending something before its time, right? Which I think in a lot of cases it is a case. Like if a 21-year-old kid gets shot, I think you ended a journey that he could have had, and that's what's sad about it. But when you're 90, the end is actually the button on anything. Everything comes to an end.
Yep.
Right? Everything you start, it ends. Right? You start running a marathon, you end the marathon. What Nip said, life is a marathon. You're going to have to end this marathon at one point. Mm-hmm. Some of us might finish that bitch in 20 minutes, and some of us finish that motherfucker in a few hours. Right?
Yeah.
But that shit is going to come to an end. And I think if you look at death as just a natural process to life, a natural part of life, actually.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that last week where in hospice, they look at death as a part of life. If you look at it like that, I think it's a lot less scary, regardless of what you believe. Regardless if you believe in religion, regardless if you're an atheist, I think, I don't know, man. I actually use death as a motivation now.
Yeah, that what you said yesterday enlightened me. It was like, why I go so hard? I go so hard because I might die one day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's key. And I'm like, digging.
Yeah, and not
you
only
right, bro. Like you really gotta go hard just because you really gonna die, regardless of the fact.
But not just go hard. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because is this a philosophy podcast?
I guess so. That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
But one day you're gonna die, right? And in life we have all these pressures on us. All these pressures. Your mom wants you to go to nursing school. Your dad doesn't think that you're marrying the right girl. Mm-hmm. You're a failure. People view you as such and such. And obviously in life, you want to set yourself up as a young man for the future to be in the best case scenario. However, do what makes you happy. That should be the number one thing. And you know what's funny? I don't think laziness makes anyone happy. So if anyone would say, oh, so doing nothing is what I'm most happy at. No. Being lazy is enjoyable in the moment, but in the future when you're 50 and your life is fucked up because you didn't put in any work, you're actually going to be unhappy.
Yes.
So you have to have that foresight for what happiness actually is. But do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy because one day you're going to be dead and nothing is going to matter. So enjoy the ride while you can. Right? Let's get into it. I just told my mom personally I want to pursue podcasting. I fucking love this shit. I love this shit. The last time I loved something so much is when I played football. When I was on the D-line. I told you, I would fucking cry in practice. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? I already love football. But when they put me on D-line, it was so euphoric, bro. You couldn't believe. I can't explain that feeling. I can't explain that feeling to anyone. It was just, thank you, God. Thank you. And that's how I feel with this podcasting stuff. It's stressful, but it's good stress. Stress because I want to get better. I want to, hey, how do I do this? Okay, let me watch a Joe Rogan interview. Not for entertainment. I'm about to break this motherfucker down scientifically. Okay, what does he do? How does he draw people in? Let's see how he tells the story.
And you really do that. And you be teaching me, which is...
Yeah. I don't take this lightly, bro.
No, not at all.
I don't take it lightly at all. And so... it was hard. I thought my mom was about to bark on me. And when she sees, because my mom watches everything. Malcolm could tell you, my mom loves podcasting more than me. She's my biggest fan. And she be acting like she's a podcaster. Hey, Nick, you should do this. It's like, all right, whatever, Mom. But she's probably going to be, I thought she was going to fucking kill me. But I'm just like, Mom, listen, I'm a grown man at the end of the day. I work. I take care of all my bills. This is what I want to do. And surprisingly, she was very, supportive.
That's good, bro. Because, like you said, she sees her son is not lazy.
Yeah. She knows I'm a hard worker. Obviously, I could work harder, but she knows I'm a hard worker. Mm-hmm. She knows I have my mind on right. And I honestly, growing up, I've always wanted to make my mom happy. Have you felt like that with your parents? Have you tried to make your parents happy in everything you do?
No.
It's weird, right? So for me, growing up, obviously my whole family, but my mom specifically, I've seen the sacrifices that she made. I've seen how she works, and nothing made me happier than making her happy. So it probably was selfish. I probably didn't do it for her, but it made me happy to make her happy. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
So technically I was really doing it for myself.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. And when I told her I was going to nursing school, she was so fucking happy. because she's a nurse. She wanted me to go to grad school, and she was just so happy. And I'm like, I actually want to be a nurse. Like, this is something I want to do. I love this job. It's enjoyable. And they make good money.
Yeah.
So having to give her the news, like, okay, Mom, I think I want to put nursing school on the back burner right now to pursue this. I thought she was going to take it a lot harsher, but she's very supportive.
That's good. You taking care of business and go off of doing what you love. So I was listening to a podcast. I forgot the name. It's a millionaire mindset podcast.
Okay.
And you could look it up on the Apple Podcast app. But they were talking about doing what you love. Now you got to understand now this is my ideology of doing what you love. You have to be smart about it and strategic about it.
Extremely.
You understand? In your situation, you are taking care of your bills. You are living by yourself. You're doing grown man stuff, and you're able to do what you love. Mm-hmm. When I listened to that podcast, I forgot the financial advisor name, or say a fiduciary. I would say
that's educate the people on the difference between.
Basically, a financial advisor that's in the best interest of the client and not for himself.
A financial advisor, he's not legally required to give you advice that is in the best interest of you. Yes. He could also look out for his financial goals, which is okay. I mean, we all are in life for ourselves, right? Yes. To benefit ourselves. A fiduciary, the difference is that they are legally obliged to serve your best interest, even though as a business for them, it may, not help them as much.
Yes.
But they're legally bound to do what's right for you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically you could Google or interview your financial advisor and see if he's a fiduciary. Mm-hmm. Fiduciary.
Is that like a certification you have to get or something?
I don't know how it works. Like I said, I just learned this today. So I heard of FINRA. You can look through FINRA. But listening to that podcast, the gentleman was talking about how his daughter wanted to be a marine biologist, something like that. And then they lived in California. And we know in California there's a lot of water. And it's a long-ass state, and there's a lot of water. But he was saying there's probably 30 marine biologists. So you might have to wait till one of them die, retire, etc. Mm-hmm. To get that position. Okay. So he talked to his daughter about it. He was like, I know this is what you want to do, but we have to be realistic here. The opportunity of you really getting a job as a marine biologist is very low. I'll say, I don't know, marine biologist or biologist. Whatever. So he took her to Thailand for an intern. She got an intern in Thailand, I believe in high school. Mm-hmm. And she loved it. And she was doing something over there. And she has like a job pertaining in that field, doing what she loves. Yeah. Still doing marine biology, but on a wider range, not just waiting forever for the opportunity to come. So doing what you love, you might have to branch out and do something else. Yeah. So and also he was talking about what the financial advisor was talking about, what he loves to do. He loves playing the guitar, but he knows that's not going to make him any money. He just does on his free time to relax and everything. So you have to be smart when it's doing what you love, people. Don't make it seem like, all right, I'm going to do this and be down and out. No. Yeah. Right. You might just have to go in a different field about it. So when you do what you love, just make sure you're taking care of business, and business has to do with money. So your expenses are taken care of when you are doing what you love. Charlemagne says it all the time. You have to chase your dreams, but live in your reality. Yes. So, hey, brother, you got bills, you have kids to take care of. Whatever responsibilities you have, chase your dreams, do what makes you happy, but at the same time, make sure that your business is taken care of. Because as I said, you're not going to be happy if you're not taking care of business, right? Yeah. If you're trying to be a rapper and you end up homeless, personally, to me, that's not worth it. Become a rapper and still take care of what you got to take care of. But back to what you're saying, it's interesting, right? For some reason, I was thinking about this book earlier this week. It's a book called Raisin in the Sun. Have you ever read it? Yes. Read it in high school? Yeah, all schools, right? I read it in high school. You did, so yeah, I think it's a requirement. New York requirement for all school. And it's about this black family, this older black lady, and I think her father, grandfather were slaves. So she was new to being a free woman in America. I think she might have been a slave herself. I'm not sure, right? And her kids growing up, completely different set of ideas from her on what is life and what is achievable in life. And her kid wanted to be a doctor.
Her mindset was, hey, bruh, it's so many. First of all, going to doctor school is a lot of fucking money. A lot of segregation. I don't even think you're going to get accepted to her school. And people are probably going to be really, really mean to you. Why do you even want to do that?
This is what the mom is saying to the daughter.
This is what the mom is saying to the kid. Why would you even want to do that? When I was growing up, what my father taught me is we're going to be free, get a simple job, and life is happy. Life is good. Because this is what we didn't have. This is what we're fighting for. And I say that to say this. Like, sometimes, back to the parenting thing, sometimes your parents' advice might seem very, very, very logical to them based on their experiences, based on what their generation went through. However, you have a completely different set of circumstances. And you need to be smart, analyze your circumstances, and take your parents' advice. My mom has never led me wrong a day in my life. And that's why it would have been hard if she didn't support me doing this. It would have been hard to say, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I'm going to do what I do. My mom, everything she's told me in my life has worked out to my benefit to the T. To the T. It's been times, bro, where my mom would tell me something and I disagree with that. And just because she's my mom, I do it the way she says and it works out. And I'm just left stunned. Like, I can't say nothing to this woman.
Yeah.
She's way smarter than I will ever be.
True.
But at the same time, you grow up, analyze your situation, and do what you got to do. Right? So
same thing, going back. Eddie Murphy had an interview, and he said, they asked, what's your best advice for someone that wants to be a comedian? So he goes, don't listen to no one.
Don't listen to no one.
And I believe he was working at a grocery store, and the manager basically told him, the manager told him basically, like, you're gonna be nothing, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
When I hear the funny thing, that manager, so Eddie Murphy, became a comedian, became the star.
Yeah.
The manager that told him he wasn't gonna be anything, daughter asked Eddie Murphy that question. Like, yeah.
Really?
Asked him that question. And like, what advice can you give me? Mm-hmm. And he was like, don't listen to no one.
Don't listen to your fucking father because he's stupid as shit.
No, it was his mom. It was mom. The manager was a female.
It was a guy that was interviewing him? Or was it a girl?
I don't know who interviewed him.
Yeah, but okay. I
got
it.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, you just confused everyone probably.
I thought you said, I assumed it was a guy.
Yeah, you assumed the manager was a guy.
I'm sexist. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you why I'm sexist.
But yeah, so basically, that is true though, people. Like, don't listen to anyone's advice, unless it's...
Listen to people's advice.
Listen to piece of advice, but...
You know what I mean? Come up with your own...
Yeah.
Your own...
some type of
belief system. I had to fix something at Kira's house a couple days ago. And so I went to Home Depot because I don't know what I need, right? I needed to fix a wall. The cat had fucked up the wall, so I had to first of all, we're not supposed to have pets.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Savage.
So because pets do fucked up shit like this. So I go trying to get it's what do they call it? It's the wall that you could literally if you scratch it's thin. It's thin.
It's like some mushy thing?
Drywall. Okay. Drywall. So you get the potty and you cover it up. It's something very simple, but I've never had a house before.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this shit. So I'm looking for advice. How do I fix something like this? I'm walking around Home Depot. I only see women working. And I walk past 10 women. I'm looking for someone to ask a question. But I'm not about to ask no fucking woman how to fix a house, bro. Yeah. I'm sure she don't know shit.
Yeah, now you got a point there.
No, yeah. But that's a little sexist, right?
Not really, because it's an ideology of life. You would think a man fix everything around the house.
Yes,
now, if you want to learn how to cook something...
Hey, I ain't about to go to no man and ask him how to cook nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to something, brother. I walk past 10 women, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't have nobody fucking working here?
You said that out loud?
Nah, in my mind, I'm thinking this. Ironically, I give up. I'm just about to ask one of these bitches, how do I fix this shit? The most detailed answer you will ever fucking get. This lady schooled me. I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. She destroyed my sexism right there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I do this,
nigga. I work at fucking Home Depot.
Mm-hmm. My girlfriend work here too.
Your girlfriend working at Home Depot?
No, that lady that helped you, her girlfriend worked there too.
She didn't look like she was gay. She actually looked good.
Oh,
pretty.
Okay.
She was older, 40, but you know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a woman's
you know
prime.
Yeah.
A woman.
Some gas in the tank.
A lot of gas. That's the best gas right there. That's a Supreme job. I'm trying to take a ride in that vehicle someday. But yeah.
So like we shout out to a few other people too.
What shout out?
We had G7 Production. Shout out to them. We did a Kadiki shout out because of peppers.
The pepper was hot.
I got something to think about peppers. That shit was fire. We got a few shout outs. I want to shout out to my man Steve though. So Steve went to Utica with me and Nick Kadiki, and I haven't seen Steve since 2015 probably.
And when Steve went to Utica, he was a very like introverted person. He really didn't do much talking or anything. Like
just
that.
A chill person.
Chill, but now he's a lot more like, you know, like
you get older, you know, like bro, let's have a conversation. It's mad weird. We too old to not.
Be conversating. And not no bullshit conversation either, real shit. Go ahead. Yeah.
So with Steve, so yesterday he was helping Kadiki too. He was there painting. So we dropped him off and he played some motivation gentleman. Nino. Mornings with Nino, Hispanic guy. I think he's a Bitcoin trader. He does Forex, but he has little, like, he wants to be a motivational speaker. So he has like these little 15-minute podcasts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, with the motivation, Steve, this is why we're giving you a shout out though. You have motivated me to watch motivation, listen to motivational podcasts in the morning. And the key thing about that is there's another guy on Instagram I follow. Real Estate Wealth Builder, I believe his name is. This man listens to motivation throughout the day. And I'm like, yo, that's good because we get in the habit of, as people, we know, all right, we get motivated, right? The day before, we do what we need to do, and then we reward ourselves. And then we get in the habit of, all right, we don't need to put in that much work. We lay back, we relax. Yeah. But when you keep listening to motivation, you know that you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Right. It kicks in a different gear, different mindset. That's a great point. I never thought about it like that.
So with that being said, Steve showing that, I'm like, yo, okay, I need to listen to motivational stuff every morning. Just to get me going, just an ideology of what these people are saying and what can I take from it. So I'm going to take from that, and I might have to listen to it during the middle of the day. And the thing about motivational clips, podcasts, anything, they're 15, 30 minutes.
Quick. I mean, I grew up listening to First Take and fucking Undisputed and stuff in the morning. Kick on a motivational podcast. Listen to someone's story about success and what he thinks is the difference between being mediocre, normal, and being a fucking super duper successful people. I promise you it's going to benefit you more. Promise you it's going to benefit you more. And that's why I try my best not to listen to too much entertainment. Yeah. Right? I think that's an issue with our society. We are way too dependent on being entertained. It's kind of an addiction, especially with the invention of the cell phone. Yeah. Bro, sometimes I get disgusted with myself. I'm walking around the house and I'm listening to a podcast. If I walk to my bedroom, I got to pick my phone up to walk with the entertainment. Yeah. I just want to be entertained all the time. Yeah. And you realize that you're wasting valuable time, number one, but it's making you brain dead, right? Because simple like this, you could be in the kitchen standing for 30 minutes, say you're doing some dishes, and your mind could either take in the newest and the funniest podcast, or that time, 10 minutes, you might be blanked head, but you might get an idea. And then your mind starts working. Hey, let me chop up this idea. How can I make some money? How can I do this? How can I do that? And that's something I realized about myself. Right? Any long car ride I take, I try to listen to audiobook. I try to I listen to some music here and there, but I always give myself 30 minutes of silence. Clear my head out. Let's see what I can come up with. And the entertainment part is interesting. You watch the Dave Chappelle stand-up thing, his new stand-up special. It was very short. It's like 30 minutes. Short but sweet. Did not laugh one bit, but was engaged through and through. If you haven't watched his stand-up special, please go watch it right now. With what's going on right now, it is paramount that you watch this. It is important. It gives you a different perspective on what's going on right now. It gives you a positive outlook on what's going on right now, somehow, right? And I seen Joe Rogan say this. He was like, when we reflect on the times that's going on right now with the Black movement, the murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, this has to be included. Because it's such a good grasp of the feeling of the nation right now, especially Black people. And the dope thing about Dave Chappelle is he doesn't alienate anyone. Did you get that feeling?
No.
Like, as a white person, you don't feel like a devil. You don't feel like a bad person. You feel included.
Yeah.
Right?
That is true.
He's always done that.
You saying that, like, this is why I fuck with you. Because, like, you really study people.
Study it.
Like, me personally, I don't know if I do study people. I observe people, and whatever I like. But I would have never caught that. And I'm like, yo.
He includes everyone because at the end of the day, and that's why another reason I love Dave Chappelle. He doesn't feel obligated to make any point because, hey, I think that's a pulse of the nation. That's a pulse of even Black people. He speaks from his heart, right? And a lot of Black people feel obligated to come out and say, fuck white people, fuck this, fuck that. And even back in the 80s, when shit was worse, when the Rodney King situation was going on, he wouldn't make jokes out of it, but would not alienate white people. Right? And it's good. It's good for reaching the masses. It's good for bringing people together and not being divisive. But that brought something to my mind. The fact that I took 30 minutes to watch a comedian tell jokes that weren't even funny and was thoroughly entertained because I wanted to listen to what he had to say. Our president, people watch him and fucking laugh. We are at a point in society where we look at comedians and to listen to what they have to say. Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle, I think they have similar comedic styles. Very educational, and they make jokes out of it. I am way more interested in listening to what Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle has to say on a serious topic than Joe Biden and President Trump. Those two guys are fucking jokes to me.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is senile.
Yeah.
That nigga has... I don't think he remembers his own name.
Nah, he don't.
He doesn't remember... Like, how did we end up with these two presidential candidates?
Yeah.
Would you... I'm voting for Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan before I vote for Trump or Joe Biden.
You voting for Kanye when he runs for 2024?
Kanye? Easy?
Yeah, easy.
He got to give everybody a free pair of Yeezys.
That's a fact.
I'm voting for him if everybody get a free pair of Yeezys. That's a national shoe from now on. Yeah.
That's the number one fashion designer right there. Got the number one shoe.
Number one shoe.
Yeah.
Especially with Black people.
He do have the number one shoe.
He has the number one shoe in the world?
I would say the Yeezys are.
They probably are.
You bring out all these
in
shoes.
pop culture, I would say so.
We bring out a pair of ones. We bring out the Yeezys. Those are the two hottest shoes out, right?
Air Force Ones?
Not Air Force Ones. Jordan ones. Come on, son.
I was about to say, bruh, yo, that's like the dude we seen on the bike yesterday. Yo, you can tell this motherfucker just got out of prison. Just like yesterday.
Yo, fresh out. Easily.
3X white tee.
Yo.
Jean shorts. Motherfucker had the jean shorts that go under his knees.
Not that was just regular jeans.
Regular jeans?
Yeah.
Air Force Ones, and his head was like a size 7 and his fitted was 8.5.
Yeah, bro.
That shit was spinning around when he was riding the bike.
That was his helmet. Yo, my son needed a strap on his hat.
No, he needed a strap.
Yo.
But what was I talking about before we got into that? I had something to say.
Oh, you voting for Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle?
I'm voting for Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle before either of these motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh, we talking about Kanye. If Kanye gives everybody a free pair of Yeezys, I think all Black people are voting for him.
Oh, yeah.
We just learned today, Black people are bought with finances. So, and this is an educational podcast. So we're going to educate
Hold on. Let me get a drummer right quick.
So, in, I think it was 1963.
Yeah.
Was it 1963?
Yep.
I should know this by the back of my hand. So the idea occurred to me last week. black people were once Republicans. And I'm like, how the fuck did...
Before.
Yeah. It was... What year was this? FDR was a president.
Yeah, so...
Google when FDR was a president.
1933 to 1945.
Okay, so it was in the 1930s. I think... It couldn't be 1933, bro.
Wait, as the 32 president of the United States until his death. Yeah, bro.
Just Google FDR presidency. See what comes up.
That's what comes up.
What comes up? What year?
He served as the 32nd president of the United States from 1933 until his death in 1945.
Okay, someone took over as acting president. Yeah. So slaves were freed in 1830s, and from then on out, Republicans were the party that slaves went for. Why? Because they were pushing for laws to give now freed slaves, African Americans at that point, now citizens of the country, try to give them rights, try to back them, and all of this stuff. And then the Great Depression hit in the early 1900s. After that, black people, already poor as fuck, now are going through a depression, probably even more poor. Yeah. FDR came up with the great fucking idea to give these motherfuckers food stamps.
Oh, yeah.
And every black person was a Democrat from there on out. Every
government assistance.
Yeah. I didn't know that. It was weird. The Republicans ruled the North back in the day, and Democrats ruled the South. No. And now it's the opposite.
It is the opposite.
All because of food stamps.
We need to switch it. Oh.
Switch what?
We need to switch it now, but food stamps, that's crazy. All because of food stamps.
Hey,
food stamps are powerful.
Republicans, if y'all trying to get black people, one up the food stamps, bro. Yeah. One up. Hey, Trump. What do you get now for food stamps? 200?
Yeah.
Hey, bro. 500 and the vote is yours, brother.
Yeah, run it up.
Run it up, brother. What Charlemagne talks about it all the time. Like, obviously, I don't like Trump. I think Trump is dumb. I think he's a racist. He's a bigot. But guess what? He's still our fucking president. Mm-hmm. So I'll vote for him if he's going to benefit the black community, if he's going to benefit poor people. Hey, man, food stamps is all it's take. I said that to say this. If Kanye is giving niggas Yeezys, oh, come on.
Come on, bro. That's all we need. That's sad.
That's all we need.
We need a pair of kicks. Got our vote.
You could keep them bum-ass t-shirts. Yeah. I'm good off them t-shirts.
Yeah, we good on the fish. It's the shoes.
The shoes is good.
Those are the hottest shoes, though. Yeah, we put a pair of Jordan 1s here and Yeezys. I'm grabbing the Yeezys, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I don't think it's close. The Yeezys are a lot more expensive.
That is true. And, but we know ones are hot, though.
Yeah, but you get ones at retail. You're not getting no Yeezys at retail.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably now. I'm not sure how they sell now.
That's crazy. But yo, just for y'all know when the Great Depression was, August 1929 to March 1933. And 1933 is when FDR came into the office and gave out the
1963.
August 1929. This is the Great Depression till March 1933.
And FDR came right there
in 1933. So obviously at the end of 1933, I believe FDR came in.
He was like, "Hey, get them niggas some food stamps. Yeah. Them niggas is hungry. Let's help these brothers out." What you say? For
that's funny. Yeah, that's some hot shit.
You seen the NCAA is trying to allow
what they doing
players to make money off of their name now,
like nationwide. I know it's California, 100%.
California
in 2021.
I think Florida just passed it.
Oh yeah, I know Florida was definitely in the talks.
Florida just passed it. Hold on.
Yeah, the motherfuckers was losing money. Motherfuckers make a system that systems can't last forever, bro. And then it's getting proven right now.
Yeah, so Governor Ron DeSantis, he signed a bill where NCAA players could make money off of their likeness. They could get endorsements and stuff like that. This is just the beginning to it being the entire country like this.
Yeah.
It's too late for y'all.
You think it's too late?
It's too late for them, bro. Bro.
No, it's not.
They're being reactionary right now.
Yes.
Lonzo Ball said, fuck y'all. Not Lonzo Ball. LaMelo Ball said, fuck y'all, I'm going to Australia. Right? Some other dude was like, hey, man, if these motherfuckers are about to rape me for money, I'd rather go play for HBCU. I don't know this kid's name.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Congrats. His mom went to one.
Did he make it official?
I believe he's in the talks. I don't even know what grade he's in. I don't even know.
Not really.
I think he's in like 9th or something. But
I think it's a while.
We got to promote him though. Like as a whole community.
Find his name. His name. Let's give him a shout out because that's big for a young man to be that forth thinking. To say, you know what, I'm not gonna play for John Calipari just because he's famous. I'm not gonna be intrigued by by who coaches Duke? Coach K. That's because he's famous. I want to help my people out. If I'm gonna get raped, hey man, my people are gonna benefit off of it. But the NCAA, bro, it's all reactionary. It's all bullshit. These niggas is scared, right? Bro, I don't even watch college football anymore, right? When I was young, college football was fun. I always used to say this. Man, college football is just so fun because those dudes are playing for the love of the game and it's just so pure. I think over the past 5-6 years, the veil has been pulled off of college football, college sports in general, that, hey, this is just not for the love of the game. People are becoming millionaires and billionaires off of this business. This is $1 billion business. Yeah. And these young black men mostly, in the sports that we care about, at least, niggas don't give a fuck about golf and tennis. Yeah. Right? Football, basketball, mostly black men are getting raped out of millions and billions of dollars. Let's say the black community is getting raped out of this money, right? Because let's assume 50% of these black dudes would be smart and be like LeBron and Stephen Curry and give back to the community and help the community out. They're raping the black community.
100%.
100%. Niggas don't want to watch that no more. It's not the same bubbly feeling that you got before.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
You're right. And like I was saying before, it's a system. Yeah, when these systems are made years ago, after a while, motherfuckers is like, we got to find ways to break out of this. Mm-hmm. And now what they doing? They just reacting to it. Yeah. Now we're going to give you money. Yeah. For endorsing the whole thing. Yeah. And the gentleman we was talking about is Mikey Williams. He's actually in 9th grade.
He's in 9th grade.
He's in 9th grade talking about it. So I feel like this is more of a toss-up at this point.
Oh, he's chatting.
Yeah.
That nigga's a kid.
Yeah, he's in 9th grade, so he has a lot of years.
But is he good though? Like, is he projected to go to the NBA type stuff?
Yes.
How early do you know if you're going to go to NBA?
Because it's the internet. A lot of people do this. They follow kids like a whole bunch of Ballers Life. They follow these kids. Okay. So I mean, he's probably the top in his class. I don't know his rank, Michael.
Yo, isn't it crazy? Like, we live in such a capitalist society that, hey man, nothing is really based on morality. Right? Everything is based on the dollar and what other people are saying. Like this entire Black Lives Matter movement, and we could get into this for a little bit. I actually have an issue with everyone. I think JJ Watt just came out to say yesterday that he might be taking a knee. The coach for the Texans said that he might be taking a knee. I don't need y'all motherfuckers to take a knee. Yeah. Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee 5 years ago, and nobody was with him. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas is not trailblazers now. We were talking about this yesterday. I think y'all motherfuckers is going to be ridiculed for not taking the knee at this point. Yeah. With what's going on in this country, the cops are taking knees. Military officials are taking knees. Military officials. Mm-hmm. It was said that, oh my God, you can't take a knee because it's disrespectful to the flag. It's disrespectful to the people that serve. Mm-hmm. Now shit gets hot. They are taking knees. Who's not going to be taking a knee this year?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And the issue I have with that is just going to... Now we're not going to know who's down for the cause, right? Because when you watch a football game and you've seen Cap, you've seen... what's the fella who used to take a knee with
Eric Reed.
Eric Reed. You've seen several other people taking it. You say, hey, they're for the cause. Let's champion them. Let's praise them. Because those brothers care about a community. Yeah. It's just gonna be a photo op now, bro. Yeah. Like, oh, everyone's taking a knee? It means nothing. It's gonna rob the entire meaning of it, and I know Cap must fucking hate it.
I think he hates
it. I know Cap's hate.
I believe it's a form of respect now. We open people's eyes as a community. That's the thing, though. But this is what people wanted. You need to open people's eyes, and people are doing stuff to change, and people are changing. What else? What would you like them to do, Nick?
No, you're 100% right. It's a form of respect, right? Say, how can I say this? Say if you go down south. I've never been down south, but I've heard this about down south. You go down south, and it's refreshing because a lot of people are racist, but you know who's racist. They're going to have a Confederate flag on the back of their truck. They might throw one or two niggers out at you. You're comfortable. You know who you're around. You know who's racist. You know who's not. Yeah. It's a clear distinction. I was speaking to this older black lady who's actually from the South Carolina, right? She's like, I hate the North because niggas, they be playing. Their way of being racist is, oh, we're not going to give you the promotion, and we're going to say it's because your work wasn't up to par. Right? You don't know where you stand with these people. Their racism is very underlying. It's under wraps. Like, you're not going to see it outwards. And she's like, that's a lot more stressful because, hey, man, I want to know where I stand with you.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want somebody to be fake to you. You rather everybody say, hey, I like you, I don't like you, and then you're able to operate accordingly.
Yes.
Yes, I want everybody in the NFL to support what Cap was kneeling for. I don't think everybody does support it, though.
Yeah, I see what
and
you're
the
saying.
issue is those people are going to be kneeling.
So you think it's acceptable for them to say, look, but it's too late to now. I feel like it's too late to say, okay, I accept Cap kneeling, I accept everyone kneeling, but I'm not going to kneel.
No, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It feels more disrespectful. What they should have done is...
No, I agree with you. Everyone's going to kneel and everyone should kneel. I'm just saying, I know Cap fucking hates it. It's like when you have your favorite artist and now everyone's listening to him because he's a big star. You're like, get the fuck out of here. I was fucking with dude when he was shooting in the gym. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, but to protect people, like, for people that's going to stand during the national anthem for a football game now, what they could have done to protect themselves is accepted what he was doing. Look, I understand what Cap is doing. I'm with him with that, but I'm not gonna take a knee. And at that moment and point, like 4 or 5 years ago, that I feel like that would have been okay.
It was okay. That's what Drew Brees said 4 or 5 years ago, and it was okay.
No, what I'm saying is, like, you're not bashing him. You're not bashing him taking a knee because of the army and all that. You're just saying, I understand police brutality, blah blah blah, everything that goes on with why Cap's taking a knee, but I'm not gonna do it as a person. I feel like people were bashing him for taking a knee. They were like, "Oh, he's disrespectful." You could come off like, "Yes, I accept him taking a knee for the police brutality, everything that's going on."
Right.
But I'm not going to take a knee.
All right. Yeah.
But now, if you would have said that 4 or 5 years ago, you'd be fine. But now, I feel like you said, the knee is the movement. It's the image now to take a knee during the national anthem, and you see everyone doing it. Mm-hmm. It's too late to say, "I accept what's going on." But I'm not gonna take a knee. It's too late now. It's like, all right, bro. Yep. It's basically saying, "Fuck you now. What are you doing? You better come take a knee."
That is disrespectful. Oh, I see what you're saying, and that's so interesting. Andrew Schultz. I always reference Andrew Schultz. He's probably one of my biggest influencers. He always talks about, and tell me if this is similar. He was like, when it comes to judging people, like racist people, like people that tear down all these statues and stuff, we have to judge people by the character of the time they came in. Abraham Lincoln technically wasn't that racist for his time.
Yeah.
Right? In today's climate, he would be the most racist motherfucker in America. Mm-hmm. When he was around, his actions was, wow, oh, this guy is progressive.
Yeah.
This guy, he believes in freeing slaves. He'll still call you nigger, but how nice of a guy.
Yeah.
And now, if you say, like, he would be viewed as, oh, he's a fucking monster. And I think that's the same thing you're saying. Like 5 years ago, it would have been okay to say, okay, I'm not kneeling. But, hey, Cap, I get what you're doing.
Yeah, I respect
Today,
that.
it's like, nigga, get on your fucking knees.
Uh-huh,
get on your fucking knees, motherfucker.
Or you gonna not have a job.
Or you gonna get fucking, yeah.
That's really what it look like now.
Get on your knees and suck Black Americans cock.
Oh, okay.
But that's what
that's
what it's about, bro.
That is true.
That's what it's about. Get on these and suck this BB shit.
We wilding like that. Nah, but hold on. So going back to like a race situation on that. This is shout out to CEO Reddit, Alex O'Harian. Now, Alex O'Harian is the CEO of Reddit. He has stepped down and gave Michael Siebel the position. So Michael Siebel, yes, is an African American.
Oh, now, someone already filled the position?
Yeah, Michael Siebel already filled it.
What's his background? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the background. Okay. But when I first heard this, your first thing is, oh, the CEO of Reddit, he's just probably going to give it to any black person. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the reason why he did this is because he knows, like, Facebook, top companies all over the world, we know that there is no black people in office, like executives, top executives and stuff like that. So it was reasonable for him to do this. Now, like I said, he gave it to Michael Siebel. What Michael Siebel is, he is the CEO of I believe it's Combinator.
Y Combinator.
Y Combinator. Now, Y Combinator is a company. is a funding company. So they do seed funding. And seed funding is when you give expenses to the person. So like say you have a company and you come to I'm Michael Sieber, you come to me and I'll give you expenses while you're starting your company up. So I'm helping you obviously. So
it's like a startup company funder.
Yeah, startup company funder, but I'm also giving you money to live and everything while you're starting your company. Help you pay for expenses, stuff like that. So that is the beginning process of funding. It's not like it's something brand new. He's doing something out of the ordinary. That's what they usually do. Yeah. So it's called seed funding. It makes sense to seed, then you grow. Funding, yeah. Here's the hot thing. Seed funding.
Okay, brother. I thought you said seed funding.
Oh no. We're not doing that.
That sounds like a crip. I don't know. All right, go ahead.
But so he does this. His company Y Combinator does the seed funding. Guess what companies have funded from Y Combinator?
Should I guess?
If you would like to guess.
Is it a black company?
Nah. Well, then, yeah, you can say it. One of them are.
I don't know.
All right, so we got Twitch TV. We're under Y Combinator. Wow. So Michael Sieber is the CEO of Twitch TV, or formerly was. I know he's up there at Twitch TV. People don't know what Twitch TV is, where a lot of gamers go to stream their video games, and people actually watch that. And Reddit went through Y Combinator. So Michael Sieber's resume is valid. He's a tech guy.
Yeah.
So I wish we would have knew Michael Sieber before, but shout out to Michael Sieber for that, and shout out to Alex O'Harian for stepping down and giving to someone that resume is valid for valid companies. And guess who Alex O'Harian's wife is?
Who?
Nah, I'll fuck with y'all. Nah, Nick gave me this, but Serena Williams. Alex O'Harian, the CEO of Reddit, the former CEO of Reddit. Wife is Serena Williams, the tennis player.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about C's?
Oh yeah, they got a C. Oh yeah. Oh, she is from Compton. Okay,
I don't know if she's a crip or anything.
Oh, she is bad. But
yeah, she's valid. But
shout out to Alex though. That's a power move. That is something. I mean, he has a black daughter, so I'm sure the way he looks at the Black Lives Matter movement is not as just a white person who thinks black people should be treated better. It's like, nigga, my daughter is black. My daughter could possibly be a Breonna Taylor, fucking, one of these women who's been mistreated by the cops. So his motivation was different. He's like, I'll give up several millions, maybe hundreds of millions, to do an act of good deed.
Yep.
Not to mention his bitch has like $300 million.
Yeah, easily.
He's living good.
He's living a good life.
He got her pregnant. He caught a come up.
He caught a come up. He knew what he was doing. Yo, shout out to the Reddit, bro. Them CEOs is really for the people.
We know who the original CEO is.
Yeah, rest in peace. I don't know the name.
What's his name? Google his name. It was this dude. He created Serial, Reddit, and he literally created it from the ground up. Google his name. Find his name for me. And this guy was done so Aaron Schwartz. If you guys have time, please go watch The Child of the Internet. This guy, fucking genius. From 10 years old, his mom, his brothers knew he was a genius. At 14 years old, he got invited to speak at a conference about internet stuff, right? He died at like 27, and this was like in 2013 he died?
Yes.
So he probably would have been in his mid-30s.
No, he was 26.
26 when he died. And what year did he die?
2013.
2013.
Beginning of 2013, January
Beginning of 2013. So at 13 years old, this guy gets invited to a conference with college professors, experienced tech inventors, just the top of the line in that world. And he was the main speaker. It was to the point where they're interviewing this lady and they're asking him, like, what do you think about Aaron? And she's like, I don't know. At 13 years old, he was just so cocky. Like, who are you to come and teach all these college professors all these different things? And it was because he was smarter than all of them. He was literally schooling these older professors and all this other stuff. And he was, what he did was he created a lot of different websites, a lot of different apps, not websites, not apps. And he sold all of them for cheap. I think he sold Reddit for like $1 million because he didn't want to be rich.
How much was it worth at that time?
I mean, the CEO who just stepped down, his net worth is $80 million, and he probably was a minority owner. Yeah. Right? This kid, bro, sold all his stuff because he wanted to expose the American government for a lot of bullshit they did. The American government, what they do is really fucked up. They withhold a lot of researches and stuff like that. Public information they withhold because they don't want y'all to get in too smart. I know that's a cliche that people say, but it's actually true. There are a lot of educational and peer-reviewed articles that expose a lot of stuff that would not serve the American government any good. And this guy, he was illegally downloading. It wasn't illegal at the time he was doing it. He was downloading a bunch of documents from these colleges and stuff like that, and they just slayed him. They had him in financial drama for 5 years of his life. He got depressed and killed himself. Yeah. But shout out to
Reddit. Shout out to Aaron Schwartz. Shout out to Alex Ohanian. I don't know if I was saying Alex Ohanian, but his name is Alex Ohanian.
Ohanian.
So I don't know if I was messing that up before.
Yeah.
But shout out to that.
What do you think about? Go ahead.
But Michael Siebel, people, go look up Michael Siebel and go follow him on Instagram. Go promote him.
That's bro, man. So strong black man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's in the tech field. That's the future.
Yeah.
You wanna know the future? The tech field.
Yeah.
And science is always gonna be the future. Science and tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to Michael Siebel, man. So I never knew about the gentleman, and I wish I did.
I mean, those type of people are not usually celebrated in the black community.
Yeah.
You rather celebrate gangsters and stuff like that, right?
Criminals.
You know what's, and we were talking about this a few days ago. And I don't want to get on this topic because we've talked about it a bunch in the past couple episodes, but just real quickly what's going on, right? Hey, we're going at the neck of America. We're going at the system that's inherently racist, and we're fighting for our rights, our progression. What I need black people to do after this, right? After we get what we need in this moment and the riots stop and the looting stop and we feel like we've been served justice. The dude who killed George Floyd, he's been put in prison for fucking life. The cops who killed Breonna Taylor, they're fired and put in prison for however long we deem is the judge deem is right. Now let's go into the black community and look in the mirror. Let's start in the mirror. Let's change things about ourselves. One thing I think we need to change, the fact that we protect and glorify criminals. We are the only community that does that, right? And even to the point where the saying snitches get stitches. Why is that, right? Because you're selling out criminals and we need to protect criminal activity, right? I don't think anyone feels like that, but that's what that saying is really saying.
Yeah.
Who are you snitching on? The guy who killed someone's mom? Why are we against that?
Should not be.
Why are we against that? Let's stop protecting criminal culture. That's not part of black culture. I know it's been beat into our heads that criminality is part of our culture. It is not.
It is not.
Let's start teaching our kids about finances. Hey, that's how these white people got all this money. Hey, your kid is 5 years old. Let's take a stricter approach to parenting. Hey, teach that motherfucker about finances. When he's 10, 15, have him read a book about finances, right? Let's start. Let's look inward, and change is going to come by letting these people know how intolerable the shit that they do is. But also, I think the real and the most important change is going to come when we look inward and understand that we need to do better. Yeah. And we have the ability to do better. We've proven we are some of the strongest motherfuckers that walk the face of the earth. And we need to apply that shit to our lives.
Yeah.
We need to do better.
And to add on to that, I know you want to get on something else, but
go ahead,
money talks.
Money talks.
And when I say money talks, people, listen to what I'm about to say. Like I said, I don't know parents' financial situations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like I said, money talks. We have to pay our children. And when I say pay your children, you need to pay your children when he does good in school. We need to promote academic excellence from the beginning. We don't need my kids having a mindset, I'm not naturally good at math, so I'm not good at math. I'm not naturally good at science, so I'm not good at science. I just don't get it. You don't get it because you don't put in the work.
Yes.
You know, we need to pay him for that.
And that's building, what that's doing is building a positive reward system in your kid's mind. as opposed to a negative one, right? Yeah. Just honestly getting a good grade on the science test and the math test and telling your kid, hey, good job, buddy. Good job. I fucking love you. You're so fucking smart. It's going to build a positive system within his brain. Oh, shit. I get adulation. I get love for doing this. I want to do it. Same thing with money.
Mm-hmm. Money's even more rewarding. But never tell your child that he's smart. Say you worked hard to get that grade. Reward the hard work. Reward the hard work for a youngin'.
That's such a good point.
Yeah, I read that in a mindset book.
Dude, yo, that's crazy that you say that. I think, like, when I was in college and freshman, sophomore year, like, I was explaining this to someone. This is a quick background on me. I was a great student when I was in Trinidad in primary school. For you guys, would call it middle school. Mm-hmm. I went to high school in Trinidad for 3 years. No exaggeration. I probably passed one class in 3 years. I was a bad kid in high school, bro. Got suspended 11. I swear to God, I probably got suspended 15 times in 3 years.
Damn, boy.
Right? 15 times in 3 years. And it looked like I was going down a wrong path. I got suspended for bringing a knife to school one day. Like, we were just wild and doing dumb shit, bro. I was a kid, though. I didn't really have any foresight. I was just doing what my friends was into. And we all probably was influencing each other in a negative way. I come to America. Literally, the first math test I ever took, I got a 75 on it. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, a 75? What? Nigga, I'm in my bag. And I swear to God, that 75 on that one test propelled me to really honing in on my smartness. Because when I got that, my mom was like, hey, Nick, you keep doing good. You know, she put that reward system. My teacher was like, hey, man, I heard you saying you want to play football. This is a way to play football. Mm-hmm. You need to get good grades, because if you don't get good grades, you're not going to play. And at that point, I spoke about this last week. I was infatuated with football. Mm-hmm. I wanted to play football so fucking bad. And literally that one test and that one positive reward system led me to body in high school. I don't think I ever got under 80 after that test in high school. And obviously in college, I bodied college.
Congrats.
But back to your point. I started believing I was smart, right? I knew the hard work was there, but I started believing I was smart. And junior year of college, that's when I could be lazy. I'm going to body this. I could be lazy. I'm going to get a good grade in that test. And really what it bred was mediocrity. Yeah. But that's your point. That's why you don't want to let your kids know they're smart. Because they might be smart. But what you're going to breed is mediocrity. Even to your point, I remember I'm not going to call no names. It was this kid that I was very cool with in college. And because we were in the same field, right? He was trying to become a PT. And my goal was to go to physical therapy school. This guy literally told me, and it gave me such a good, it just brought a different level of thinking to my mind. He was like, I'm going to PT school, and this kid was smart. Never really studied. He would study one day before a fucking A&P test and get 100, to the point where I had to study. I worked for that 100, and I wouldn't get 100. I get a 93, 94, but I was satisfied with that. I would study all week, all semester, and that's how I would get those good grades. Mm-hmm. He looked at me and said, hey, Nick, the only reason I want to be a PT is because I'm lazy, because it's easy for me. I could be a brain surgeon if I really put in the work. Yeah. And I'm like, that's what you're talking about. Don't
influenced by other people too.
Yeah, influencing. Don't just let your kids think they're smart, because they're gonna just bank on that smartness. You want to build that reward system where, hey, you work for something and you get what you put in.
100%. And when it's a young kid, $1 means a lot to them. Mm. So you start off with $1, and you're supposed to elevate it as a parent too, regardless of the fact, you know. But also pay your kids to read books, successful people, history books.
Yes.
You know, make them read. And look, you want to make more money? Write me a paragraph. You start off with a paragraph. Yeah. Then you start off with a page when they get older. Like, yo, you can make $10 if you write me a page about it.
My mom low-key used to do that. She never paid me for it. But I would always have to write book reports and stuff every week. I used to hate it.
But that's what I'm saying. But that makes you hate you reading and hates writing book reports. But when you get, like I said, money talks. Motherfuckers go to a job they hate all the time to make just money.
A job they would not be seen near if that shit wasn't, financially beneficial to them. You're right.
So money talks, and when you build that in your young kid mind, look, this is what you need to do. You could think about the traits of reading a successful book about a successful person at 5 years old. You read that day in, day out.
And by the time you're
look
18,
at your mindset.
Your mindset's going to be different. But to be a contrarian, to be the devil's advocate, do you think that could breed a sense of entitlement to the point where these kids are not working unless they see a benefit in it? And I feel like in life, a lot of things come from working, not seeing a benefit, but knowing a benefit is eventually going to come. Do you think you could possibly breed in something where I need work and I need reward immediately after?
So this is why I'm gonna shout out my main man Chris. So Chris owns a company in North Haven. I believe it's in North Haven Builders, right? NHB. Yeah, North Haven Builders, I believe.
Okay, North Haven Buildings.
I believe it's. Make sure I'm getting this right. I'm gonna edit this. We're gonna edit this, all right?
Yeah, we edit it out.
Well, I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting my shit right.
You gotta start at North Haven Buildings.
All right, so yeah, shout out to Chris from North Haven Builders. He posted a video, and I forgot to comment on it. Posted on his story. He gave his daughter. He asked his daughter, "What's today?" She said, "Friday." He goes, "What's Friday?" She goes, "Payday." He gave her the money. I believe it was $3, and said, "Remember, the world doesn't owe you anything," which is a fact. Mm-hmm. No one owes you anything. You just got to work to get it. Yeah, he's bringing valuable lessons. Okay, yeah. I don't know what she did. She probably worked. She probably didn't. Doesn't matter. But he gave her the idea, like, no one owes you anything in this life. I'm going to give you $3.
From a very early age.
Yes. So gave her the $3 and told her, go save your money. Go save it. So he's bringing value financial lessons and personal lessons that no one owes you anything. Mm-hmm. Now, so when you give your child money and they know no one owes you anything, that's where he breaks that situation you were just talking about of there needs to be reward on everything I need to do. Yeah. No, because no one owes you. No one owes you. No one doesn't owe you anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a fact.
That's right. I remember when I can't remember what age I was, probably like 12. It was my birthday and I had gotten in some type of trouble. I remember my mom telling me the day before, "Hey, you're not getting a birthday present this year because you were a bad kid." I shrugged it off. Oh, she's chatting. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna have a birthday present because it's my mom. I'm a mama's boy, so my mom always has done anything I ask my mother for. She'll do it. Woke up that morning, no gift. Day passes by, no gift, and that taught me a very important lesson. Sure, I was sad. Sure, I probably sulked in the moment. It taught me an important lesson. You can't even expect. Think about what you would expect for people based on what you've done for them, based on the relationship you guys have. When you don't get a fucking birthday present from your mom for your birthday, not because she can't afford it, but because she's just not gonna do it because, hey, you don't deserve anything. You getting a birthday present is a fucking privilege, and if you're gonna be a dick, you're not gonna get it. Yeah, it taught me a very important lesson in life, and she always preaches to me that I don't owe you anything. She tells me that, Nick, I don't owe you anything. I did my job already. I don't owe you anything, and if you go through life with that mindset, you're gonna be a lot more self-efficient. Mm-hmm. A lot more self-efficient. Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to shout out to my parents for that too, because I'm thankful for the situation I'm in because of them. You know what I'm saying? But they don't owe me anything. You know what I'm saying? They have every right to feel some type of way against me.
Damn, that logo is fire.
Yes, it is. We need this shit to start spinning like the Joe Rogan.
Yeah, we got to be spinning like the Joe Rogan shit. Keep
spinning.
Yeah. The whole time? That might be a little bit distracting.
That'd be hot though.
Yeah, it would be dope.
Spinning the stuff a little bit.
Wouldn't that be copying though? Is that plagiarism?
No.
If we make it spin just like the Rogan shit?
If you think he has a patent for a logo to be spinning?
He might be.
That's illegal.
That's illegal to have a patent?
Because that means that only Joe Rogan could use that on his Photoshop thing.
You're right.
That's not fair.
What do you think about
like Monopoly?
What do you think about NFL players planning to sit out because of what's going on right now?
Sit out?
Yeah.
NFL players?
And NBA players.
So here's my thing. Like everything goes back to money. Money talks. So if it's not affecting financially, then I'm with it. Because Steven Jackson made a very informational video saying this is not the time for the NBA to open up for what's going on right now. He really made an Instagram video.
Really?
Yeah. He said it's not the time. And I understand where you're coming from too, but I also understand where he's coming from. It's like, Steven. As we could see, quarantine is the reason why this is like really getting pushed because
Steven Jackson, that's I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's a little selfish.
Yeah.
Right? You were like George Floyd's twins. I'm sure you guys were like brothers. So this situation probably has hit you and his family harder than everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, people die all the time. Like,
no,
I'm not even being funny.
That's 100.
I'm not being funny. You can't put a moral stamp to say, hey, if you do this, you're not in the best interest of black people or anything like that. Dude, these are grown men who have to feed their families. The NBA owner, the NBA commissioner, he has people to serve. I get it. What happened to George Floyd was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sure there have been black people that were killed while you were in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say, let me just stop playing.
That is a fact.
You know, because you're not even in the NBA right now. So really and truly, you really shouldn't even have a take on what those brothers should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But come on. It just seems a little bit hypocritical to me.
Nah, you got a point there saying, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, you know, and that's why I wanted to bring up this conversation. If LeBron James wants to come out and say, you know what, for George Floyd, for what's going on right now, I'm not playing. Much respect to you, and I appreciate that gesture. Don't feel, any NBA player, any NFL player, don't feel obligated to put your job to the side because of what's going on right now. Because if that's the case, if you guys are doing that, then everybody else should do it. And people are not doing that. And we got to work at the end of the day, bro. End of the day, we have one life to chase and one life to live. And we're going to do our best to make change and do our part. But you can't ask someone to give up their profession, give up their job for anything.
Yes.
And there have been people that did it. Muhammad Ali, he did that. He gave up his freedom, he gave up his profession because he thought the war was wrong and he thought the racial injustice that were happening against black people were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of people did it, but no one's obligated to do that. We hold Muhammad Ali dear to our hearts, and some consider him the GOAT because of what he did.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that.
No.
I don't think anyone's mad at Mike Tyson for not sitting out and saying fuck war and fuck racial injustice. No one's mad at, like other athletes for not doing that at that time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, same thing. Stood up against racism, stood up against a war. Bill Russell didn't have to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a personal decision, I feel like.
Yeah, at this point, see, like that's going back to the cap situation where you could do that now. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have the option of what you're saying to go back and forth. But if things get pushed where no one's doing it, it's like, motherfucker, you better not do it now. You look crazy if you do it.
Yep.
So like I said, this is the time span of don't feel obligated.
Yeah. Since we're on this topic real quick and we'll get off soon, what do you think about defunding the police?
So shout out to my main man, Keith Marshall. We're gonna have him on the show one day. Defunding the police, I'm not a big fan of it.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah. And the reason is because, especially in New York, like we know the NYPD is the most diverse, and we understand that. It's one of the most diverse police departments.
I don't think it's a diversity issue. I think so. Number one
issue.
How is it a diversity issue?
I'm not just saying defunding the police of what's going on. Police versus African Americans is a diverse issue.
How?
Because if we have more blacks in the police department in different places, I believe situations would de-escalate a lot better.
I guess you could say that, but defunding the police is not going to make it more or less diverse. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the police department...
No, I was just going to elaborate more.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to get at.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying don't defund it because the more funding we have for the police, the more we can do to better our communities and everything.
I don't understand where the diversity part comes in.
What I'm saying is people are pushing defund NYPD. NYPD is already diverse. Like, it's a big number, right?
Yeah. I think defunding any police department is stupid. These are the people that protect us.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like how people are acting as if the police have never done any good.
Yeah.
Right? I made this analogy yesterday. Have you ever had a mother or sister or any female family member that's been a victim of domestic violence?
Yeah.
Who did they call? Right? Who saved your mother from an abusive relationship? Who saved your sister from an abusive relationship? From a guy that was fucking crazy and put him in prison to the point where your sister could walk around feeling relieved that she doesn't have to watch her back from an abusive boyfriend or something like that. Who, and it's not only women, but sexual abuse, sexual predators. Who put these guys behind bars? Right? So we need to put more respect on the police's name. And obviously, with the George Floyd situation, we get that. But hey, cops still serve a good purpose. Defunding the police is dumb, and a lot of people have different views on this. Some people actually are thinking about taking money away from the cops and allocating it to different communities. I think this country has enough money to give the cops what they need to work with and give money to the black communities. Defunding the police is really just giving the government who controls the system a break. Hey, y'all have enough money to fund the underprivileged communities. What I think should be happening is they should reallocate the money within the police departments, right? I think I was reading the article and they spend billions of dollars on just machinery and different type of weapons and stuff like that. And I think that should be toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? It's only so much weapons you need as a cop. Let's allocate stuff in the section of mentally training you, mentally teaching you how to handle a depressed person. Let's have cops that's specifically handling drug addicts or someone who might be a little mentally off kilter, right? Let's put money into training these guys how to de-escalate situations. Let's put money into holding events for the community where the cops in the community could interact. Hey, every cop, you're a new cop, you have to go and introduce yourself to 100 people in the community over a month span, right? Probably not everybody in the community. That's a little bit unrealistic. But, hey, you got to go sit down, have a 30-minute conversation with 100 families. Get this done within the first 3 months of your...
and you get more money, commission.
Exactly. Hey, let's do it on commission. Give them more money to do it.
Bro. And you need more money in the police department.
Yes, I think police should be paid more. But we have to be tougher on them.
Yes. And what I like what you're saying is we should have different groups. We already know there's different groups in the police department, but more groups, because it's like college, basically. Yeah. You go to the police department, it's the university, and you have all these majors and the students in there. So we have the police department as a university, and we have you could do this, you could work on this, you could work on this, work on this, and that'll make a lot of things better.
Just think about the natural progression of the world, right? 100 years ago, a doctor took care of everything. You had a doctor who took care of your heart, and he took care of your foot, and he took care of a brain injury, he took care of everything. We get smarter, and things get more, what's the word I'm looking for? It gets more...
Complex?
Complex, but niche, right? You have a doctor just for your foot.
Yes.
You have a doctor just for your heart. You have a doctor just for your brain. If you go to the hospital and you're an older dude and you're fucked up, you're going to see 5 different doctors before the day's over. And each of them are going to tell you about different parts of your body and what's wrong. That's how and that works better. It's a more efficient system because you're more able to hone in on a specific craft.
Like that.
That's how the police system should work. Hey, brother, someone with a drug, hey, that's a mental issue. Yeah. Let's not send a fucking cop who's accustomed to just busting in home for drug busts to go talk to a guy that might be tripping off of drugs. Yeah. Right? He might not have the skills to, like vibe with somebody who's in a fucked up place. Yeah. Like, I was in the hospital and was this guy, he was going through heroin withdrawals. And my thing is, when someone is going through a drug addiction, I feel like I had a small bout with drug addiction. Nothing crazy. It's not heroin or anything. But I feel like I'm able to understand these people and vibe with them on a different level. They just want someone, you're going through withdrawals, you just want someone to understand you. You want someone to not ridicule you and make you feel bad. And apparently the night before he got angry. Withdrawals are fucking horrible. Yeah. It's a horrible thing, bro. He broke beds and stuff like that. Hey, understand he's not doing that. This is probably a nice guy. He's going through fucking heroin withdrawals. So I had to sit and watch him the next day. And the security guard comes and he's talking to the guy all rough and got him riled up. I'm like, bro, I've been here for hours. This guy hasn't said anything mean.
Yeah.
You can't come in here trying to flex your chest with a guy who's going through something like that, bro. You're just going to set him off the edge. And that's exactly what they were doing to this guy. Same thing in the community, right? Certain situations, send people who can, what's the word I'm looking for? De-escalate and be compassionate.
Yeah.
Understand what someone's going through, and that's going to lead you how to deal with the situation. I think Camden, New Jersey. The entire country needs to look at what they did and follow it. So in 2012, a small community, 70,000 people, they were considered the worst city in the nation as far as crime and stuff like that. Yeah. Small city would have I think 70 murders a year. 5 years later in 2019, 7 years later in 2019, 23 murders a year. In 2012, which is the last year of that police department, 63 complaints of excessive use of violence from cops on civilians. 2019, 3. Why? Chief Officer Scott Thompson came in and took it over. First thing he did, fired every cop. Y'all have to reapply. Here's a 50-page application. Everybody, if you want this job, if this job is important to you, fill that out, come back to me. Right? Went through a crazy rehiring process. First thing he did, a mental test. Psychologically evaluated all of these guys. Yeah. Then they start putting things toward teaching you about de-escalation. Hey, your job is no longer to go give 100 tickets today. I'm actually happier if you come back with no tickets and you give out 100 warnings. Yes. We're building good rapport with the community. Yes. Right? Let's not let them hate cops. Let's build good rapport. And that has done wonders. It's one of the best places coming from where they came from. And it was just because of one chief, one idea that he had, and one system that he implemented, and it has made strides. And I think everybody needs to do that. Let's not defund the police. Let's take a step back. Let's reinvest in the police system, teach them how to do certain things, and they could actually be here to do their job, which is to be a guardian instead of an enforcer. You understand what I'm saying?
A guardian instead of an enforcer, yeah.
Law, let's call it the law guardianship. Fuck law enforcement. Y'all not here to enforce nothing. Yep. If y'all need to, y'all could do that. But y'all here to guard the people of the community.
Yes, law guardian.
Right?
Ooh, law guardian.
Law guardian. Let's call y'all a law guardian. And just real quick, I know I've been rambling about this topic. Yeah. Young kids. So I would guess a cop's job is to stop or prevent crime, but I feel like all we focus in is on stopping crime. Yeah. I think that's what cops get on. Oh, a shooting is going on? Oh, let's go shut that shit down. How about 10, 15 years ago, before this kid became a criminal, let's do something to even prevent him from going on that path. Yes. Right? And you got to look into the future. So, hey, cops, a lot of kids in these communities where shit is fucked up and nothing good is going on. They're broke. They don't have any good role models. They're looking up to their cousin, their uncles, who's selling drugs, who's running around with guns and stuff like that. These kids are sponges, and the water that they're soaking up is a life of criminality. Yes, bad water. You come in as a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 good role models, and guess what? I promise you, out of 10 kids, if at least one of them says, you know what? I like that lifestyle better. This guy has a good job. This guy is respectful. I like him. I like the uniform. I like what he's doing. He seems like a cool guy. He play basketball with everyone. Hey, that's my role model now. Mm-hmm. Right? That's my role model now. And now you're preventing crime. You're preventing crime. If you put that on the big scale, 1 million people, hey, you might have 10,000 less criminals just because of that sort of interaction with the cops. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. And
go ahead.
Say? My fault. But like going off that situation with the young and seeing it, look what's on the news right now. It's like, fuck the police, fuck every cops, they all bad. And think about it, we're talking about young kids, the way they will look at it. Now, if you're a parent, you have this on the news or you're talking about it, fuck the police. We should be defunding the police. That kid doesn't want to be a police officer.
He's going to grow up to hate the cops even more.
Hate them even more, which creates more what?
Tension. Criminals and tension between cops and civilians.
Yes.
Especially black civilians.
We need to understand how important it is. If you went in a bad situation, if your living is bad, I'm not going to lie to you. Being a police officer can help you get out the situation you want to get out of. Have a clean slate. After you have a clean slate, you don't need schooling. You don't need to go to a 4-year school of being a police officer. No cap. And the pay is good.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not just saying to do it for money, but, and you understand certain situations, you'll just be a positive role model in a police department. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So people, especially the youngest, this is really what I get to. We shouldn't look at the police officers as all bad people. If your situation sucks, you could look at it as a situation to get out of it and help the police department, help your own neighborhood, and you can help you support a family off the salary.
Yes.
I'm gonna kid you not, bro.
And that's what your man's wants to be a cop, right?
Yeah. So shout out to Keith for that, because he
you
wants to do all
and
three
talk
of
to
those.
him.
Yeah,
I think that's a very important conversation we need to have right now.
And when you meet certain older people, like when I was working at the sporting goods store, I told him, man, I'm gonna go back to school. I want to be a teacher. He's like, yeah, I would have did that or be a police officer. So let me say, a lot of people in Long Island are police officers and teachers, you know, stuff like that. Why? Because the pension's good, blah, 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 etc. And I was like, oh, I just asked him, what do you do? He was like, I work for UPS. Like, yeah, I'd rather be a teacher and a police officer than working at UPS. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we have to look at it like that, people. Like, you want to be a change in your neighborhood? That's what I'm saying. We got to push academics and push politics, government jobs, like being a police officer and stuff like that. And with that being said, that's just more funding for the department. I like what you said, though. That you're a law guardian.
Be a guardian, not a fucking enforcer, man.
Yeah, man. But we need more different fields in the police department.
Absolutely.
Man, that's key. That's major what we just said right there.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was another situation last night where some black guy got killed in Wendy's drive-thru. Did you see that? I haven't done much research on it, so I'm not really going to talk about it. But
yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. What else we got, man?
I got shout out to Apple. Just shout out to Apple, man. That's really what you got to say. When you a innovation technology company, you know what you're doing and you an outlier. Let me tell you. So Apple has a patent called the synthetic group selfies. Synthetic group selfies is when, because we're quarantined, here's the hot thing. We're quarantined, right? I don't know how it works. Let's just say it's an app or it's a camera mode. Because you know how you can switch to portrait and stuff like that. So let's say it's just one of the camera modes.
Okay.
I go through there and like you said, you got family in Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
You be like, oh guys, I'm about to go let's take a group photo together. You go to that camera mode, they go to the camera mode, they join you, you click the picture, you got your family behind you as a group selfie.
So is it a live thing, or like you take a picture and then you send it to them? And
I don't think you take a picture, send to them, and then they add themselves to it. I believe it would be a live thing. It makes more sense.
So like a FaceTime, everyone gets on it, and y'all get in position and take a group selfie.
Yeah, that, or you take the picture and then they take the picture and y'all just put the photos together and it does it by itself. It could be that. But yo, guess when this patent
like two
years
ago, right?
Yeah, 2018, July 2018. Yo, Apple. That's just being an innovator right there. But y'all must know something about the coronavirus.
Yeah,
quarantine. They must know something.
Talk about it. But on a more serious note, this is the most innovative thing Apple has done since Steve Jobs died, which is sad.
Yeah. You get that? Yeah, bro. Because
what has Apple done?
Yeah, you seen the iPhone yesterday?
Yo,
with the 3 cameras.
That shit is dumb as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
The 3 cameras are just zooming in and zooming out.
We're not hating on if you got the new iPhone. Maybe you had, I don't know what iPhone you had before. We're not hating on, but we saying though, like,
that shit is trash.
Apple is moving a little slow. It's like, all right, bro, what we doing here?
3 cameras. Oh, like we're really tuning it up now.
Yeah, 3 cameras. You could switch.
I thought that shit was about to. Like, if he was in front of somebody, you could take a picture behind them or some shit like that.
The camera got some magic powers.
Oh, I could have just zoomed in, brother. Is that what you telling me?
Different zoom ins? Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But, you know, people want to be Instagram famous. Celebs, just photos, just bro.
Have shit. My little cousin, she wants to get one for her birthday. I'm like, yo, you know you can get an Apple laptop. you can, and she has an iPhone. She has an iPhone, I think 8. It's working perfectly, but she just wants this. What's the name of it? iPhone
11, I guess the new one.
Whatever the fuck the name is.
Yeah,
iPhone Pro Max.
Yeah,
iPhone Pro Max. You know, like just stick with your iPhone 8 and get a fucking Mac laptop and maybe something else. But no, people want it.
But here's
consumerism, man.
Consumerism.
They get us.
People that never, this is the most important thing people need to realize. When you don't have shit, you still don't need shit.
Right.
If it works, it works. If it's still benefiting you, it's benefiting you. That's what people do. People don't have shit, and they keep getting shit they don't have, and then they realize, I can't afford any of this shit at the end of the day.
Right. That's a fact.
When you don't have shit, and you're able to have it, minimalize it.
Minimalize. I mean, I feel like I get that naturally though. Like, say I'm broke, that might be when I want the most shit. But if I have some money, bro, I don't want to buy shit. I want to see that number stack up in my bank account.
Yes, bro. We need them commas in the bank account. That's way more than having an iPhone 11. That's way more than having
even
off-white sneakers. That's way more than having.
Like,
a nice car. Like, you gonna go broke over a car? Motherfucker, what? I'd rather go broke over all the different type of insurances out there than go broke over one little materialistic thing. Yeah. There's so much insurances that we need as a person, and it's smart to have.
I'd rather go broke investing in myself than investing in somebody else's business.
Yeah, like, it don't make sense. People's morals are not right. And like I said, bro, it starts off, people more just got to get right, man. Yeah. Really.
Should we end the episode here?
You valid. Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah. Motherfuckers might go get that peppers. I don't know.
What the fuck did you just say?
Motherfuckers might go get that peppers.
Oh, you trying to get the peppers?
Nah, just
come on, let's go get the peppers. Let's go. Hey, we gonna give them a review. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Oh yeah, we gonna give y'all a review of the peppers.
Yeah, we gonna post that shit on Instagram. That's the only reason why we getting it. We not getting that for any type of. That's the only reason why we get it, bro. Shout out to Peppers. We about to come to y'all real soon. Yeah, fuck real on them. Soon. Fuck on those.
What you about to get? Peppers is at?
What you about to get?
I'm about to eat the same thing. The jerk chicken, rasta pasta.
I'm getting
carnival.
I'm getting fucking. Ooh, and I don't gotta pay for it. But I'm about to get the oxtails. I'm gonna get the oxtails. Yeah, fuck the chicken. Oxtails is better. I'm not balling. My mom about to pay for it.
Oh, so what's up?
Nigga, that's not your mom. That's not your mother.
I'm trying. But yeah, this shit. I don't know. I'm guessing it's at 689 Utica Ave, Brooklyn, New York. Pepper's Restaurant.
Visit it, brothers. Hey, that's a free shout out y'all got on the biggest podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
You know what? We should show them this and ask for a free plate.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Hey, Peppers. Everybody go to Peppers. Hey, we coming for that free food. Mm-hmm. Please have it ready for us. Yeah. Hey, guys. Once again, thank you for tuning into this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
We probably was chatting a little bit at certain places. But hey, we getting better. We getting better, that's brother. Like, this was a good episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Look out for another episode next week. And we're going to keep coming to y'all with that motherfucking content.
Mm-hmm.
We out.